I can tell you guys that it is possible to stay true to your New Year's resolution, and mine was to fast social media every first week of the month. Fasting looks differently for a lot of people. Fasting has a different connotation for a lot of people. This year, my TikTok account, Kanaya Being Creative, was banned on August 8th of 2023. I'll remember it forever, but I fought hard on that account, and by fought hard, I worked day and night to reach 1K. My dream was to go live, and once I finally got that, I believe I was like 1.2K when I got banned. But a lot of the content on that I'm gonna miss so much. I was able to save a couple videos before it got deleted. Kanaya Being Creative, it started as an account. It was being an adult in a creative way, because at the time I was 19 and I felt like a lot of people were putting adulting in this bubble, and that trap of you're in your 20s. It's a trap. It's giving social behaviors. So social behaviors are acceptable in your 20s. For example, indulging in substances, being financially unstable, being lost in the sauce, and like all these things, which is fine. But I feel like, why is it socially accessible only in your 20s? I feel like you could be in your 30s, 40s, 50s and still be what you are in your 20s. And the fact that it becomes socially acceptable in your 20s, it just becomes normalized as an adult. Let me get off my soapbox. But yeah, so that's what the entire TikTok account became, and then it just progressed into like this more like comedy and just like my place to express myself and have fun, whether it was about romantic relationships, society, me exploring my sexuality and coming out by like all the things. It was so much fun, dancing, singing. It was a great creative outlet for me. I do still have a TikTok account. It's just nothing will ever be Kanaya Being Creative, so I just let that go. But all that to say, TikTok was probably my worst social media that I needed to fast. So that was like my number one prioritization when I would fast. And taking just a week to start the month off without social media was huge for me. And as the year progressed, it became a necessity that I fast social media at least once a week, once a month, because I needed the break. For me, not being on social media, of course I miss it while I'm gone. It feels like a burden when I'm on social media. Like, I am obligated to answer people's comments. I'm obligated to like other people's posts. I'm obligated to do all these things. But as I kept leaving and coming back, I became more intentional about the way I interacted with my social media. I became more intentional about what I posted on my social media. And I know that's just going to be a constant cycle I continue to learn as technology continues to progress, and the idea of what social media means to our society changes and all the things. But it was awesome, and I was able to do it once a week every month, and we are now in month December, and I did it. My New Year's resolution. I did my New Year's resolution. It happens. You can do it. I can do it. We could do it. I learned a lot about myself doing these things, and like even my relationship with God has changed. The way I view my prayer life, the way I view meditation, the way I interact, and my perspective of life. And I feel like all those things will happen anyway, but to be so intentional to at least do that 1 week out of the month was just 10 out of 10. I recommend it for any and everybody. I also started off this year with my theme being yin yang, because I needed balance, or seek balance, or to explore what a balanced life means for me. And I feel like that's also something I'm going to continue to evolve and grow and learn about. All that to say that balance is definitely been a theme this year, and I'm glad that I was able to make that my theme this year, and I was able to be consistent in that being my theme this year, and that has really made my life so amazing. Like, the best things happen, and the worst thing would happen, and the worst thing would happen, and the best thing would happen, and like just being able to know that that's a part of the balance of life. This year was nuts. This year was bananas. This year was full of plot twists, to say the least. This year I have managed to face a lot of challenges. I faced a lot of trials and tribulations, and I faced all of it with trust, love, and grace. And for myself and others, I'm telling you, I learned so much about myself and others this year. That has been my big thing. I'm also on a huge soapbox right now because I'm like on this Hunger Game kick. And Hunger Games is, don't even get me started, but Hunger Games is huge. And I say that in a way that a lot of folks, me being a communication major, I know that like a lot of, me being a communication major and an artist, I know that a lot of these things yes, they're entertainment, but they have a huge meaning and deeper impact. And I know a lot of people don't like being around people like me because it makes their life more complicated and they have to think about things they don't want to. But I'm like literally like, I think about things I don't want to. Let's dive deep into that. This makes me uncomfortable. Let's go. I don't want to face this. Let's do it. That's literally been also a lot of what this year has been for me, and that's been great. I've been learning so much. Learning of things. It's the student and the teacher in me. It has been an amazing year. It rocked the boat. It rocked the boat. Flipped the boat. Almost drowned outside the boat, but we are still on the boat. The waves are still waving, the wind is still flowing, and your girl is still pirating. We gotta have grace with folks, y'all. Like, it can feel like, I don't know, like, how can I say this? We have to have grace. Like, no matter how much you think you're aware or enlightened, there's always so much to learn about yourself and others. And I feel like a lot of the times we have this conversation like, oh, I have to have so much patience with this person. I need to extend grace with this person. But every time you learn to extend your grace and patience that much more for another human being, for another group of people, you can apply that to yourself. Tell me about it. One day at a time. One day at a dang on time. Imposter syndrome is freaking real. And man, I'm looking at the screenshot now. I literally have the photo of Rango on my laptop at all times because that movie just a cinematic masterpiece. But like, there's been so many amazing characters from like films and movies that I have like found so much inspiration and passion from, that has also been helping me throughout this year. Rango being absolutely one of them. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. And truly learning what it means to embrace and walk into your power and authority. Everyone has power and authority. I'm not just saying that because of whatever you think or whatever perceptions you have of me as a woman. I am genuinely learning what that means for me and how to embrace and accept that in a way that serves me and especially serves my communities. That has also been the theme of this year. And I understand, like, it's different for everyone. We're always going to be in different spaces. We're all in different environments and we all know different people, but genuinely try your best to focus on the people that love and support you. Yes, there are other people that exist that are outside of that caliber, but focus on the ones that do, because that is how you will because that is how you will be able to keep persevering and keep being resilient, especially in the face of adversity. Thank you so much for watching. If anything resonated or you simply enjoyed, please don't be shy with the like, comment, or subscribe buttons.